Next here, Amara. Okay. Let's keep on going. Simone is in the house. Oh, Ishmia Moore. Let's take a look at Bank of America, BAC. Okay, what are we looking for? Okay. I'm going to say no, only because I don't buy at the high of the year. That's where it is. You know, a year ago, we're down here at 32. The high of the year is 48. Now we're at 48 again. Sorry. What does Bank of America usually do? Let's find that out. Usually, oh, look at that. Okay, Ishmia Moore, do you see this? This is the blue dot right where we are right now. And it's the high of the first quarter. She goes sideways for about a week, okay? And then she just drops all the way into the middle of March. Yeah, I wouldn't be jumping, not me personally, into Bank of America. It's at the high of the year, okay? It's at the high of the year, and it has a tendency to drop this time of year. Yep, that's a no thank you from me. Mark, how are you? AC, you have to pay tax on your dividends. Okay, AC. Now, we had a tax strategist, not tax strategist, someone had to do taxes a couple of weeks ago. Now, there are a lot of ways of not having to pay taxes legally, depending on how you have your account set up. If you have it in your own personal name, yeah, you're going to get taxed on it. If you have it in the name of a corporation, then you get taxed at corporate levels. If you have it into a pension fund, though, there's no taxes on it until you withdraw it. You can have it into a trust or an LLC or a unincorporated business trust or a foundation. However you set up your account will be directly related to the amount of taxes you are going to pay. So, question on taxes. Talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner for best results. Can we talk about Trump? Nope. My broker charges me over $25,000 a year, and I hate it. Well, Laurie, I'm assuming at $25,000 a year, he's at least making you maybe $200,000 a year. Just curious. 86 is in the house. Yay! Flash frozen. CLSK. What the heck is CLSK? CLSK. Clean Spark. Well, I'm going to go right to the dividends and see if this thing even has dividends. CLSK. Now, for those who don't know, I like companies that have at least 2 decades of increased dividend payments. So yeah, I find it very important for a company that pays a dividend, number one. Second, are they continually increasing the dividend? Because as the company's consistently profitable, the dividends will increase. Now, I stay away from companies that have this right here. There are no current dividends in the time period selected, which means this company has no dividends. So how do you know when it's going to go up? Well, I use it, the dividend date, to tell me when to start looking at a stock, because the dividend date, stocks have a tendency to go up in value. And if they go up in value just before the date, well, great. What trading strategies do I use? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week trading strategy. That's what I look for. Vic Dora, you want to talk about tariffs? Vic, you really don't want to talk to me about tariffs, because I'll tell you point blank how it is, and people don't like the direct approach. Okay? If you don't like tariffs, stop buying shit that's brought in from other countries. Buy American-made shit. But you don't want to because it costs more. Why does it cost more? Because people like me and people like you who want to put their dollar to work to get the best bang for their buck as an investment. So we want more profits. We want to pay less taxes. It's a vicious circle, brother. You don't want to get me started on it. Okay, I try not to do politics and I try to stay away from religion. I got one for you. It's a merger deal that will other dividends after MGOL. IB Social, never heard of it. MGOL. I have a funny feeling we're going to be wasting our time. MGOL. That's why no options. Yeah, no thank you. Yep, I'm going to agree with you, 86. That's 25 grand for commissions. You better be making a lot of money off of that one. I know I want to do it myself, but I'm scared. Uh-oh. See, Laurie, here's my see, I give advice on one or two simple things. Number one, Laurie, don't put any money in. Do what's called a paper trading account. Now, I've been trading for over 20 years. Let me see if I have it here. Okay, is one account, 2, 3, 4 right here on my computer. This one right here is a paper trading account. Because yes, I still paper trade even after 20 years. I got 7 accounts. I share 3 of them with you guys. You see every single one of my trades. I'm running a little behind on posting them, but you know, a lot of deaths recently. Is that weird? 4 deaths in the last 5 weeks? That's horrible. Anyway, as you get older, you'll see that's a lot, you know, friends, family, relatives, people. Oh, anyway, let's change the subject. Oil companies merging it. Okay, great. So, Laurie, my suggestion, yeah, paper trade for a while. Drop your number, Laurie. I'll give you a buzz, walk you through it. It's not that difficult. Okay, paper, just kind of like Monopoly. Okay, Monopoly. But only buy what you understand. You take your money and you invest it in things you know. If you don't know it, if you don't understand it, don't do it. Okay, I'm sure you've heard of Clorox. I'm sure you've heard of Procter & Gamble, Colgate Palmolive, General Mills, Maytag, Whirlpool, Ford, Chevy, General Motors, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Capital One Finance, Home Depot, Lowe's, Bank of America. All these companies over 20 years. That's 2 decades. 20 years of increased dividends to the shareholders. That's you and me. Once we buy stocks, we become shareholders. Is that number right? Yeah, okay, 66. I can deal with 66. It's okay. That's way too much and eats into your gains. Don't be scared doing yourself. Yeah, Lori, you've been here for a while. I don't know if you are that Lori, because there are a few Loris that come through here. So whatever you're scared of, may it be valid, may it not be valid. Either, you know what they say, nobody has more interest in your money than you. Okay, your broker charged you 25 grand last year. Well, what could that 25 grand do for you? Okay, had you done it yourself? Because nobody has more interest in your money than you do. Okay, drop me your number. I'll give you a call. We'll talk, we'll chat. This is not for everyone. I mean, yeah, it's slow, it's boring, it's the same thing over and over again. But that's why it's safe and predictable. That's what I like. I'm 61. I want simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. I have other things I'd rather be doing. I'm installing an aquarium. Now, when I'm saying I'm installing an aquarium, you guys might think, no, I'm installing an aquarium. I can't, my hands do not reach from one side to the other. It is a big ass aquarium and it stands about this tall. So yeah, it's not a day project, it's like a month project. Because I got to make sure the floor is supported properly, then I got to make sure everything's level, then installing it, then installing the coral. Oh yeah, wait till you see. I'll show you guys pictures when I'm done. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of actually broadcasting in front of it once or twice. Different scenario. But anyway, let's keep on going. La 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 la. Self-directed is very manageable. Yep, I'm gonna agree with him. John K, did you get a haircut since last week? No, I got a haircut 2 weeks ago. Flash frozen swing list. I have no idea what you're talking about. Never ending. It could be. Welcome to chat. Remember, guard your privacy. AJ, Cool Beans, bought AMD and Nike and Adobe. Now, see, Nike, yeah, I wouldn't do Adobe and I wouldn't do AMD. Okay. Okay, so let's do that. AJ. All right. AMD. Advanced micro devices. Okay, number one, it's dropping like a rock. Number two, let's see how wonderful the dividends are for AMD. That's the reason why I don't do AMD. There are no dividends. Okay, no dividends, no thank you. What was the other one? Nike. I like Nike. So let's take a look at Nike. NKE. Now, Nike, I can agree with you on. Ooh, what happened? Do you see that right there? We're going to look at that in a second. Hold on. First thing I want to see, where's the high of the year? It was a year ago. Where's the low of the year? Friday. Look at that. Down, sideways, big drop, back up, back down, back up, back down, back up, back down. Here's the bottom of the year. What's going on with Nike? Why did it make that drop? What's in the news? Now, there's got to be something in the news in order for you to buy Nike. Why'd you do that, AJ? Okay, so let's take a gander. High of the year, a year ago, 107. The low, 68.52. That was on Friday. What happened the last 90 days? Well, look at the last 90 days. Down, up, big drop. Okay, great. So here's the thing. Do you like Nike? Well, apparently Mike likes Nike. But do you like Nike? That's an important question. Are you willing to keep your eye on it? It's a gap down on Friday. So something's got to be up. Or they're searching for a new bottom. When they find the new bottom, well, what usually happens at the bottom of the year? Well, you only can have one bottom of the year. Well, it's Friday at this moment in time. Tomorrow is going to decide whether or not Monday's a new new bottom of the year, or Friday's the bottom of the year. We don't know yet, but here it is right there. Let's zoom in and take a little closer look. Last 30 days. Now check out the last 30 days. Went from 72 down to 71, 70.50, then shoots up to 79. Okay, so from 70.50 to 79, it's 8.5 cents, $8.50. Well, $8.50 on a $70 stock, okay, that's over 10%. Okay, that's a 10% increase. So yeah, profit taking. Now we're here. So what's going on here? Is it a good time to buy? Well, let's find out what does it normally do this time of year. For that, I like the seasonality chart because it tells me what is the average movement over the last year. Well, right now, I don't want to jump into it because here's February right here, the second week of February. What happens the second week of February? Well, it goes up a little bit, but then she's going to drop. Well, let's find out. Okay, here we are right here on the blue dot. Okay, and the next couple of weeks. Okay, so here we are right here. Okay, so here's we are right here. The 14th, this coming Friday, right there. So it could be a good trade this week if you want to get in, get out, but plan accordingly to make sure you're in the money rather than at the money, because it's a safer trade. Okay, sideways, and then she just drops. Okay, but what does that mean? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Well, apparently he liked it. Now, I'm not even going to waste my time with Adobe because it's just not on my list at all, but Nike is. So I'll be keeping an eye on Nike this week. Only because I'm interested in this thing turning around and going back up. So we could be into this as early as Wednesday. Now, I say it's slow and boring because I personally wait one day at a time because I don't sit in front of the computer. I have better things to do. And I don't know about you guys, but I have better things to do. Okay, great. Here's the high. Here's the low. Well, great. What's happening next? Is it the right time? Well, yeah, I like Nike. Do the numbers work? Well, currently it's at, let's move this over. Can't see the numbers. Currently it's at 69. Well, the 69 is going for 111. That's almost 2%. Now, if you can get 2% every single week, well, that's over 100% for the year. Get you to your goal a lot quicker. So think about that. It'll get you to your goal a lot quicker if you pick good quality stocks. Get in, get out, get in, get out, and just don't do that. Have you ever used leverage? All the time. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, John K., how come we ain't watching the Super Bowl? See, it gets to a certain, for me, my personal opinion, I played soccer this morning. I'm more of a player rather than a watcher. So yeah, I was out playing this morning, running around, getting some energy going, that kind of stuff. I like the commercials, be honest with you, with the Super Bowl. A bunch of overpaid children running around. And I call them children because, I'm older than everyone. Because I remember the year, I think it was the Super Bowl where the Patriots went against the Chicago Bears. I think it was in 84, 85, 86. Yeah, when almost all the players on the team are younger than me, that's time for me to stop watching. I mean, a lot of these kids just getting out of college in their early 20s or mid 20s, and they're playing professional ball and getting millions a years. Yeah, no, they should have a cap. That should be it, but it is what it is. What about covered calls on HPE? Melody Angel, how are you today? HPE. All righty, let's check it out. First thing I always want to see when I'm looking at something, the high, the low, where was it, where is it? Look at it, went up, down, sideways, up, down, down, down. Now she's going to the upside. Okay, well, let's take a gander. Now, 21.27 is the last trade. We're currently at 21.50, more than 1%. Do you like Hewlett Packard Entertainment? So there's a difference between HPQ and HPE. Gotta remember that. HPE, HPQ, still Hewlett Packard. All right, so the low of the year was last year, the end of February at 14.39. Well, the last 90 days, this is what we're looking at. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, fine. 30 days ago, we're at 21.50. We shoot all the way up to 24.50. That's a $3 increase. That's about 12 or 13% increase from the bottom to here. But then from here, we drop all the way down to 20.25. All right, well, that's where we are now at 20.27. Or sorry, 21.27. All right, so do you like it? Look at the last 30 days. Here we go, last 30 days. Okay, down, up, down, up. Okay, simple, right to the point. Look at the bottom here. Okay, you make your money when you buy low and you sell high. So as soon as it goes up, I'm just looking for 1 or 2% every single week. Can I do it with this? Yeah, I can. Well, let's take a look at the trade and see. Well, before we do that, let's take a look at seasonality. What does it normally do? All right, let's go back here. Sorry. All right, so it looks like she's gonna go up a little bit, but come back down by Friday. Normally, this is historical performance. It doesn't mean it's going to, it just means this is the average movement over the last 10 years. Well, why do I like that? Well, I like it because it gives me an idea. Because what does a company normally do? Well, they normally do the same things over and over and over again. So you keep doing the same thing over and over again. They make predictable movements, and a predictable movement can be taken advantage of. That's why I like simplicity. It's simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. It does it every year. So if it does it every year, what makes this year different? If you know what the stock normally does, normally going to do, well, what makes this year any different? What about Hewlett Packard this year is going to change over every other year? they're probably going to be making the same amount of products. Probably going to be doing the same thing. So probably going to do this exact same thing in the stocks. That's why they have the seasonality chart to give us an idea. What does it normally do? Well, there you go. Does it look good? Does it make you think, maybe I will jump into Hewlett Packard? All right. John K., do you have separate cameras on each one of those social media outlets? Yes, I do. Not all of them. Okay. Let me see if I got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. No. TikTok number 2. I got 2 TikTok channels. And then 2 YouTube channels. And then we got Restream, which sends it out to a couple other, Rumble, other YouTube channel, and a few others that I haven't added yet. So I got to keep figuring out. I'm trying to figure out LinkedIn. How do I do live on LinkedIn? And then how do I do live? What's the other one? Twitter. So I've been doing live on Twitter and getting absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not even one query. So I've got to be doing something wrong. And then Truth Social, I can't figure out how to be able to do live on there either. All right. Anyway. So I do them as I can, and if eventually I'll figure out the software so I can get rid of all and just have 1 or 2 cameras. All right. Anyway. So what are we doing? What do I think about Turbo? Okay, Roscoe Turbo, Turbo. Oh, Turbo. Okay, there it is. TURB. Yeah, no options, dude. Sorry. Who said Turbo? Oh, disappeared. Bid arms, Laura, it's way too much, blah, 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 blah. Haircut, yep, blah, blah, blah. Swing list, yep, never ending, blah, blah, blah. Have you ever used leverage? Yes, I have. Why are we watching Super Bowl? Because we just ain't. What do I think of Turbo? We already did that one, Tom. Thanks, you're welcome. Switch over to Super Bowl to see how Kansas City's doing. Yeah, go ahead, John. I have no interest. 86. I'm not, but I manage my own account and do it on my own. Chasing Jack. What stocks are paying dividends 2 weeks from now on your calendar? Didn't we just show you that a couple seconds ago? Come on. Here we go. What is today's date? All right. Anyway, besides the point. We're on the 9th, right here. Is that right? Yeah. We're on the 9th. So these are the dividend stocks for this week. These are the ones for next week. There's 57 on the 18th. Look at all of these. And then the week after that, you can't even see them all down here. Oh, yeah, look at that. All of those. And 52 on the 28th, the last day of the month, 52 companies are paying a dividend. Jeff, HIMS. Oh, my goodness. Why do we want to look at HIMS? HIMS. Okay, Jeff, it's at the high of the year. No, thank you. Okay? So, Jeff, if you like it, more power to you. I don't buy anything at the high of the year. Okay, Melody. Oh, yeah, Melody. Oh, Melodic Angie. Melody CNG. Okay. Tony, good for Bank of America. They took mine away Saturday morning for the options, a little more paper money. Way to go, Tony. Got to get good at it. Laurie, no, he doesn't make me 200,000. Well, Laurie, if he's not making you over 200,000, why the hell are you paying him 25,000? Ooh, NSX Garage wants to take a look at U.S. Steel. Now, I actually have some U.S. Steel in one or two accounts. No idea what the hell happened on Friday. You see that? Big tail to the top, big tail to the bottom. The high of the year was back last year, over 48. The low of the year was just below 26. That's a big move. 48 to 20. Oh, sorry, 48 to 26. High, low. Where was it? Look at this. Down. Basically sideways all year long. And that little channel right there. Dipped here, dipped there. That's about it. But right back in that between the 36 and the 40. See, between the 36 and the 40, almost all year long. Okay, but we're at 36.98 at this moment in time. What does U.S. Steel normally do? Normally. Okay, so we're right here right now. Okay, it's not the greatest in the world, but that is going to the upside. Okay, great. I have no problem with U.S. Steel whatsoever. They give me a nice premium every single week, so I'm okay with holding on to it. Let's take a look at the numbers. Look at your last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago, we're down to 33, drops down to 32. That's the bottom of the 30 days. Okay, Friday was the top. What do you think's happening next? Yeah, baby's coming down. But look, it did come down. I don't know. Okay, we'll see Monday. Monday will clear up a lot of questions about this right here. Is it going to continue going up? Or is she coming right back into that channel? Okay, that was U.S. Steel. Uh-oh, Gabe. SMCI. Now, Gabe, I don't do SMCI. Okay, now, I'm sure you could look at probably over a dozen videos of mine and it explains over and over and over again why I don't like SMCI. Now, SMCI is an ETF, an electronically traded fund. Okay, well, let's take a look. SMCI, here we go. Let's see how wonderful SMCI really is. And I'll tell you why I don't like it. Okay. Oh, SMCI has no dividends. Yeah, no. Okay, I don't like companies that have no dividends. Okay, that's two. Okay, so let's go to the summary and find out if there's another reason. It doesn't even have a yield here. How much are we making on this thing? So there's no idea whatsoever what my rate of return is going to be. If it has no dividends, how do I know when it's going to move? If I don't know when it's going to move, I'm going to have to sit in front of my computer and just watch it. Yeah, no. That doesn't thrill me at all. All right, that being said, let's get out of SMCI. The numbers just don't work for me. Chase and Jack, thank you. What is that auto parts company? GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about. Or it could be Advanced Auto Parts. Taylor Klein, Faceless Millions. Are we at the bottom? Don't know. Okay, now, Melody, you asked me like 4 times about HPE. We already did it. How about MBLY, the bear juice? Well, I never heard of MBLY. MBLY. Mobile Eye Global. What the hell is that? Let's go check out the dividends first. Make it quick. What is it again? MBLY. MBLY. Yeah, no dividends. Okay? Forward dividend yield, nothing. EX dividend date, nothing. Yeah, no thank you. MBLY, no dividends, no thank you. So, Bear Jew, I got a question for you. Okay, the name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. Let me see if I can say it slow so you understand. Dividend Stock Talk. Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. MBLY has no dividends, so why are you suggesting we take a look at it? Okay, we took a look. It's going to be no. No dividends, no thank you. Uther, how long do you wait before writing your options on the stock you just purchased? Instantaneously. Look at this. 86 of me saying the same thing. Instantaneously. Okay, I want to know how much I'm going to make before I even do the trade. Now, we're going to do another trade in a little bit, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about, because I buy the stock and sell the covered call at the exact same time. Okay, it happens a fraction of a second apart. Buy the stock, sell the option, boom. I already know what I'm going to make before I even do the trade. What do you think about Intel? Ooh, blind man. I like Intel. Let's take a gander at Intel. I actually have some Intel. INTC. All right, here we go. And it looks like Intel's just keep dropping and dropping, but that's not the way I look at it. Look at this. Here's the high, here's the low. Whoops, there's the low back in September. There's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Sideways down, sideways down, sideways 1910 at this moment in time. Okay, I like Intel. I do have some. The current price, 1916 tomorrow morning. Well, the closest strike price is going to be the 19 or the 1950. So we have our choice between which one we want. Okay, now the 19 is going to be a safer trade, but the 1950 might be a little bit more profitable. So there's that choice. Do you want safety or do you want profitability? Because what happens if she stays exactly where she is and doesn't move at all? Well, the 19, I'll have all my money back by the end of the week. I mean, at the end of the week. The 1950, I'll have to wait for it to go over 1950 before I get my money back. Okay, so I'm still getting my 1% at the 19. Okay, the 1950, I'm getting a little bit more than 1%. So that's that choice you got to make. Do I want the safety in the 1%? Go for the 19. Do I want a little bit more? Maybe 1.5%? Go for the 1950. But if the stock doesn't go up, well, now you have the stock at 1917 or 1916, and you have to wait for it to hit that 1950. Don't get me wrong, Intel has some nice premiums. Okay, these are the premiums for this week right here. The 1950 is going for 33. Well, that's over 1%. Look at even the 20. The 20 is going for over 1%. The 2050 is going over 0.5%. Now, 0.5% every week is 26% per year. So you double your money every 4 years. All right, that's Intel. What makes this year different? Trade war, BRICS steering away from the dollar. Okay, black, US, brown too. I get that. The BRICS have been trying to do that for the last 4 or 5 years. Okay? And it all depends on, some strategic negotiations. So we'll see what happens. What about EFC? Let's do lows. Melody, EFC. What the hell is EFC? EFC. Now you're new here. Because most people who've been here for a while wouldn't give me anything with a monthly options on it, okay? See these dates right here? February, March, April, July. Those are all months. Those aren't weeks. That's a monthly. What's the difference between a monthly and a weekly? Well, this is a monthly, see? February, March, April, July. Those are all months. Okay, take a look at this. 14 February, that's this week. 21 February, that's next week. 28 February, that's 2 weeks away. 7 March, that's 3 weeks away. 14 March, 4 weeks away, so on and so forth. There's a difference between a weekly optionable stock and a monthly optionable stock. Okay, this is not, basically this is new habits. Form a new habit. You get up in the morning, brush your teeth, take your coffee, get your breakfast, get dressed, sit in front of your computer for 10-15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes is an hour a week. An hour a week for 1%. Ask yourself this question. If you have $100,000 in your account, 1% a week comes to $50,000 a year. Well, that's a nice freaking raise right there. Put it towards your retirement, because whether you want to believe it or not, retirement is coming. It's right around the corner. Okay, did I think I'd be at 61? Hell no. I had no idea. Didn't plan very well. All right, EFC, we look at that. Well, let's do Lowe's. Lowe's is next. Interesting. Unfortunately, Lowe's is looking for a new bottom. See, 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's coming down. Hasn't quite gotten down to this bottom yet. So yeah, we'll put Lowe's on for next week. Something we want to find the bottom, because I like Lowe's. 50 years increased dividends. Okay, keep our eyes open on that one. Oh, Boomerang, AMPX. Why do you want to do that, buddy? AMPX. Hell no. TSM. Taiwan Semiconductors. Interesting. It's on the list, so let's take a look at it. Here's our high last week, 2 weeks ago. Here's our low about a year ago. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, well, let's take a closer look. Before we do, what does the number look like? Well, I can buy it at $205.77. The 205 is going for $5.50. Well, that's over 2%. If you like Taiwan Semiconductors, it's over 2%. All right, let's take a look. Okay, a year ago, on the third week of February, there's our bottom, 122.91. Up, down, last 90 days. Okay, check it out. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 up. Okay, it's up, down, up. It's not that difficult. Last 30 days. Interesting. Do you see the pattern? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? Nice. It's definitely going to the upside. What happened here on Friday? Well, Monday we'll figure that one out. Ruben Cortez, where's my money? Okay, Ruben, not quite sure what you're talking about, but okay. What's up, fool? Walker Vidor, how are you today? Oh, I missed all these questions. Are you teacher or something? Yep, he's not in debt to me. Thank you. No one can read charts. Okay, thank you. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading the questions over at YouTube. If you had that much and gambled with it, I don't feel sorry for you. I laugh at your stupidity. Hey, all righty. Nighter trade, okay. Your live is very blurry. We discussed that one earlier. Can we buy? I buy. Previous, so I can't. Blah blah blah. Little Croc, Kai Croc. Am you going to watch the new Captain America movie? Maybe. I'm a little unhappy about changing Captain America. I mean, Captain America is Captain America. You can't just write him out of the script and throw a new one in there. Just doesn't seem to work that way. All right, Taiwan Semiconductors. Do I like it? What does it normally do? Normally, oh, not at a, well, I don't know. Let's take a look at the next couple of weeks. Okay, here's where we are right now. I don't know. Take a look. Normally, this is the seasonality chart, what it normally does every year. So here's where we are right now. It's a little blue dot. Looks like she's going to go up a little bit, come down, and just go sideways. All right, maybe this week. Maybe, if you really liked it. Okay, but what is she doing? What is the chart telling me? What is the chart telling me? It's telling me I better figure out what's happened on Monday. Because here's a 30-day high right here, 226. Bottom right here, 188. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up. Is it going to continue to go up? What's happening there? I'm kind of curious. We see what the seasonality looks like. The seasonality is doing one thing. Well, what does it say? All right. Next. What program am I using? Hilarious Eli. This is called Think or Swim. It's owned by Charles Schwab. Okay, you're not the first one to tell me that the video is blurry. Now, I don't know why it's blurry. The camera lens is fine. It's a newer camera than the other stations. Anyway. Don't. Fix it, Daddy-O. AMD, we already looked at that, and that's a no. Who has the best paying dividend? Oh, there's a whole bunch of those. KMD. What is KMD? KMD? What the heck is KMD? KMD. Oh, it's a no is what it is. AMD's a no. We already did Intel. Tesla. Why would I want to do Tesla? What do I think of ICT? What is ICT? No options in ICT either. Oh, Sandy wants to take a look at Kohls. I like Kohls. I actually have some Kohls. And Kohls, it don't look too good. It keeps going down, 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 down. But here's the thing. Do you like it? Don't worry about the stock price, because stocks have a tendency to go up and then go down. They go up and they go down. There's a few things you need to check. Number one, what is the book value? What is the company actually worth? Okay? Now, yeah, you're not going to buy lower than the low of the year, and that's Friday. Friday's the low of the year so far. Okay, can it go lower? Yeah, it can. Is it going to? Don't know. I'm kind of curious. What's the book value for Kohls? We looked at this a while ago. Okay, so right now, Kohls is at 1208. Okay, so that's the current price, 1208. So let's find out what the book value for Kohls is. Now, if you're not familiar with book value, it's kind of like, call it a yard sale or a fire sale price. Now, I'm not quite sure if you guys understand this, but $35 a share, that's what it's worth. Because you got to take into consideration, what does Kohls own? Okay, real estate, building, inventory, everything. You count everything they own. You look at the bottom line. What do they owe? What do they own? All this kind of nicey stuff. $35 a share. And currently, it's going for, what's it going for currently? $12 a share. That's 1/3 price. That's a 60% off sale. Yeah, I should like that one. 60% off on Kohls. Yeah, the book value is 37, and right now the stock price is 1208. All right, so a year ago we were at 2674. The high of the year was at the end of March, 2965. Last 90 days. Okay, here she is. Drops, 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 retrace, drops, retrace, drops. Right now we're at the 30-day bottom, the bottom of the year. So we're at the bottom of the year. 1208. Can it go lower? No, it can. Is it going to? Don't know. It's got a book value of 35. Well, that don't look good at all. Okay, so here we are right here. So basically for the next week and a half, she's gonna go sideways before she dips and go sideways again. Okay, do you like Kohl's? That's a good question. I like Kohl's, I actually own some. Now I don't mind the drop because I know how to play it. And I've been playing it for past 6 months or so. So if I'm making 1% or more than 1% every week, why would I change? Anyway. All right, what's next? Okay, Be Happy wants to take a look at Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla. TSLA. Now, I'm going to look at Tesla only because I'm saying I'm going to look at it, but there it is right there. Oh, lovely. Isn't that wonderful? No, I don't do Tesla. It has no dividends. Okay, you come to a dividend stock show and you ask me about a stock that has no dividends. You got to explain your logic here for a second because it doesn't make any sense to me. Dividend investing for weekly cash flow, and you're telling me a stock that has no dividends? It kind of makes me wonder, were you paying attention? Now you're probably asking why I don't like Tesla. No dividends. The only way to find out what a stock is going to do is by looking at something that you can identify. If you can see something. Well, I look at dividend stocks because they have a tendency to go increase in value just before the dividend date. Well, that I know. That I can trade. That I can plan for. I want simple, safe, consistent, and predictable. Tesla's not simple, safe, or predictable. All right, let's keep on going. Boomerang wants to take a look at Halliburton. Interesting. Same thing. At the bottom of the year, I do own some Halliburton. Not a lot, but I do have some. Looks like we're looking for the bottom again. Once we find the bottom and find out what the rest of the numbers look like, look at this. Down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it's in a downward trend. We can see that. It's easy. Okay, where's the bottom? As soon as we find the bottom, she'll turn around and go back up again because that's what stocks do. They go down and then they go up. And then they go down, and then they go up, and then they go down, and then once they reach the bottom, they turn around and go back up again. Well, that's what we're looking for. That's why we're here every day, twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Let's keep on going. Dana, how are you today? Thoughts on HHIS. Ivan, how are you today? HHIS. I never heard of it. HHIS. Okay. Oh, it's an ETF. It has no options. It's going to be a no. Sorry, dude. No, I'm not in Canada. I'm like far away as you can possibly be. Okay? Far away as you can possibly be. I'm down in Florida. Oh, no. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Let's keep on going. Caldwell Cutie. It's not blurry, but you keep freezing up. Oh. You know, it's kind of strange because the modem is like 6 feet away. It's like, you know, so. Joe wants to take a look at MU. MU. Is that Micron? Micron. Okay. Interesting. Okay. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, sideways, 92.90. So we'll be looking at the 93s, right? The 93s, 191. That's just a tiny, wait a minute. That is over 2%. If you like Micron. I always say the same things over and over. Don't you find it rather strange? You can watch videos of me 10, 15 years ago, and I'll be saying the exact same things. It's a great stock, but do you like it? Well, I bought Micron a bunch of times. Let's see if it's the right time to buy now. Now, we looked at it last week. Okay, last year, this time, a year ago, 85.24, bottomed out at the end of February at 78.50. So that's the bottom. We know what the bottom of the year is, 78.50. The top of the year, 157.54, and that was in the middle of June. From there, she drops and goes sideways. Look at the last 90 days. 90 days, right there. Here's your last 90 days. High, low, where is it? Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Nice. The 90-day chart looks good. Gives us a good indication of what to do next. Going to the upside. Simple. However, when we go to the 30-day chart, everything changes. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up. What happened there on Friday? That's something I want to take a look at. Now, Monday, if she's higher, she'll continue the upward trend. But is it profit taking already? I mean, it went from 88 to 96, which is an $8 increase. An $8 increase on an $88 stock is right around 10%. It doesn't look that big, but that from 88 to 96 and a quarter, that's over 10%. In a week, you jump up 10% in a week. Yeah, there's going to be people jumping up and taking profits. Well, how much profit taken is there going to be before she turns around again? Well, that's an interesting question. Now, what does she normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, seasonality chart right there. Well, that's pretty easy to read. Look, here's where we are now on the 7th. See? That's where we are. She's going to shoot up a little bit, go sideways. Well, that's not bad, but seasonality is not guaranteed. This only gives us an idea of what it did before. Well, what's it going to do now? Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Well, here's where we are now. Up, sideways. Okay, I like Micron. But I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning after market hours. Okay? Because I want to see what's happening here. Okay, Thursday was a down day. She gapped up on Thursday. Well, that's good. But then she pulled back a little bit. All right. Friday, she opened up higher, but finished lower. But still, the market maker is trying to push it up. You can see the market maker opens. You see, the market maker is the only one who gets to decide what the opening price of the day is. So see what he did here Monday? Right here around 89. And then, or 88.50. Then, hold on a second. Let's find out exactly. All right. Monday, we opened up at 88.65. Tuesday, we opened up at 89.05. Higher. Okay. Wednesday, 90.39. Still higher. Thursday, 94.88. Higher again. Friday opened up at 95.59. So the market maker is trying to push it up because he keeps opening it up higher and higher and higher. All right, so what's actually going to happen Monday? Well, we'll find out because I want to find out. Now, see, the market maker controls the opening price. Well, who controls everything else? Well, that's you and I. You and I buy and sell. We create the high of the day and we create the low of the day. And then whoever that person is creates the closing price of the day because it's the last trade just before 4 o'clock. Last trade. Okay, it opens up whatever the market maker says. That's the only number that is controlled by one person, the market maker. He opens up the price and we just follow suit. We buy, we sell, and whatever it ends up, well, that's us. All right, that's MU. What's next? Mukbang games. Kohl's is a dividend trap. Okay, Rudy wants to take a look at Pepsi. Oh, Pepsi. Now, I don't buy Pepsi that often, even though it is a dividend king. And there's a reason why I don't buy Pepsi that often. And it's usually because 144.65, one of 145s, 115 to 140, not 1%. Okay, you'll find Coca-Cola and Pepsi are basically the same. Now, Pepsi has a better premium than Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola is usually 0.5%. But Pepsi, it's usually 0.75 or 0.85 or someplace closer to 1%, but not quite 1%. Right? So I don't buy Pepsi that often, and I think I may have bought Coke once in 20 years. Sorry, the numbers, it don't work. It don't work. It's that simple. Okay, what am I buying it for? 144.65. Well, great. What am I going to sell it for? Well, I'm going to sell it for 145 or the 144. What you do, you're adding, subtracting all that little fancy math. What am I walking away with? Less than 1%. Terribly sorry, but there are other companies that give me 1% or more. So why would I put my money into a company that doesn't give me 1%? I'm not looking to buy and hold. I'm looking for cash flow. That's it. So when's the dividend coming? Great. The dividend has a tendency to push the stock price up. Well, if that's true, great. I want to jump in just before the dividend. So that takes that ride up, and I'm going along for the ride. All right, next. What's next? We did Pepsi. We did HHIS. It's going to be a no. ELF. We looked at that one. Nope. Nope. All right. If you're talking about retail, it's highly sensitive to interest rates. Yeah, I get that. I'm just looking at patterns in the chart as opposed to profit taking and human nature. Okay, we're all basically the same. You know, we all want what's best for our families, and we all want to make a profit. Okay, we're here to buy something, sell it, make a little bit extra money, and move on with our lives. Andrew wants to take a look at CRK. I never heard of CRK, Andrew. CRK. CRK. No. Imagine that. It's a no. Okay. Monthly options. I don't do monthly options. The numbers just don't work for me. PCT. Never heard of that one either. Okay. It does have weekly options. Lovely. But let's see what the dividends look like. PCT. Key statistics. Let's check it out. Do they have dividends? Do they not? No. Okay, got a Pure Cycle Technology. I doubt it. Yep. Forward dividend yield, nothing. EX date, nothing. That means there's no dividends. That means it's a no. Why would you suggest something that doesn't belong? One of these things is not like the other. Oh, 37 Skater. Skate or die. Yeah. What about binary options? Nope. I don't do them. Do you know about the famous adventure movie, Two Girls and One Cup? Nope. Never heard of that. Alan, Eat the Rich. Isn't that Aerosmith? Tyrone, NVIDIA. Dude, have you checked the numbers for NVIDIA? Seriously, what do I mean by the numbers? I'm not talking about the stock price. I'm not talking about the amount it's going up. I'm talking about the actual factual numbers. How consistently have they increased their dividends? What is the dividend? What is the book value? Those are important questions. You're buying a company because it looks shiny and pretty sitting in your yard. Little did you know that it's only worth $1.74 per share. And then the dividend is 1 penny per share. Yeah, I don't do NVIDIA. The numbers are just freaking nuts. Yeah, it's increasing in value, but there's nothing behind it. Ciao Ace, if you were actually successful with stocks, you wouldn't be here. Hey, Ciao Ace, I love it when people tell me how to live my life. Jamar, do stocks whose companies have commercials in the Super Bowl infer profitability? Not at all. Okay, Jamar, just because you got $5 or $10 million to spend for a commercial in the Super Bowl, well, that doesn't really mean that your company's consistently profitable. What if it's a Hail Mary to try to get people to get recognized, to get people into the website to spend money just so they can meet payroll? I have no idea. Okay, I look at statistics. I look at numbers. Okay, how consistently have they increased their dividend payments to their shareholders? Or better yet, how consistently are they profitable? Did you take a look at the quarterly reports or the annual reports? Do they consistently increase their profitability year after year? That's more important than whether or not they can spend money. Anyone can spend money, but can they make it and consistently be profitable every single year? Okay. Oh, Nutty wants to take a look at Walgreens, WBA. WBA. Now, I've been having WBA for quite a while, and I still have some. I got rid of most of it. But for some strange reason, something happened in the chart, and I said, oh, hell, I'm going to buy some more. Because I thought I was done here when they had that buyout offer and just shot up, and things just didn't feel right anymore. But she came back down. I was like, oh, wait a second. The numbers are looking good again. All right. So anyway, here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down. There's the bottom. Sideways. Up. Back down. Back up. Here we go. Right here. This is what I'm looking at. And it looks good for me. Okay. Hold on. We got some questions over here. Okay. Tesla is a growth stock. They don't have dividends in tech companies. Well, then why would I be buying it? Okay, mukbang gains. Okay, see, the difference between you and I, okay, number one, the only reason I'm saying the difference is because you're looking for capital appreciation. If you're looking at Tesla, you're not looking at for dividend growth or dividend income. You're looking for capital appreciation. Definitely in the wrong place, dude. And the only reason I say that is I'm retired. I don't want to have to go back to work. So I'm looking for cash flow. Tesla doesn't give it. That means no. Okay, there's 9,875 different companies available to invest in. Half of them pay out dividends, half of them don't. So we can go right in. You walk into the stock market. Think of it as a store. You walk in, slack straight down the middle. Dividend stocks on one side, not dividend stocks on the other side. Why would I bother looking at not dividend stocks? Because I'm looking for cash flow. You're looking for something else. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because there are people out there that want capital appreciation. I just happen to be not one of them. I'm looking for simplicity, safety, predictability of profitability. Consistent profitability. That's what I'm looking for. NASDAQ tech stock companies don't pay out dividends because excess money gets reinvested into their R&D. Well, that makes sense. Not what I'm looking for, okay? Cash flow. Tyrone, cash flow, yep. All right. Kohl's is a good stock to get dividends and also to sell covered calls. Their premiums are juicy. Yes, I know that. Usually tech stocks have juicier option premiums. Yes, they do. But with great profit comes great risk. And with nothing to back it up, such as consistency of profitability that they share with the investors, then it's usually a no. Sandy wants to take a look at DDS. What the heck is DDS? Oh, wait a second. We got to finish up with Walgreens first. Okay, here's the high of the year. She drops, goes sideways, up, back down. Here we go, right here. 10.15 at this current moment in time. The 10 is going for 32. You take 15 off this, you're walking away with 17. That's 1.7%. Well, that's a little nice. Okay, the 10.50 is going for 12. That's a little over 1%. Either one, the 10 or the 10.50. The 10 being the safer trade. The 10.50 still making 1%. So let's take a gander. Okay, the high of the year, 22.96. Here's the bottom within the last 90 days, right there, towards the end of November, 807. But look at the movement, down, up, down, up, down, up. Whoa, right there. New 30-day bottom right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the upside. Yeah. But last 30 days, right there. Here we go. Last 30 days. Down, up, down, up. Nice, simple, easy. What does it normally do this time of year? Seasonality tells us she's going to go sideways for 1 week before she starts to fall. Basically, that's what it's saying. Is that what's going to happen? Don't know. That's just seasonality over the last 10 years. That's what she normally does. Is she going to do it? Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. All right, Melody. How soon do you sell the stock after receiving the dividend? Okay, Melody, I'm not looking to capture the dividend. Now, I don't want the dividend. I want the premium. Big difference. Okay, 6-figure per month. Nice, 6-figure per month. BlackRock bought from 1 million to 45 million shares of Mara in 4-year time span, never selling one. Okay, not quite sure what that means, but all right. I mean, I understand what it means, but what does it mean to us? Okay, I like Mara. I buy it, I sell it. I buy it, I sell it. Savvy Bella, Iron. What the heck is Iron? I know what an iron is, but Iron? IREN. Interesting. Do these guys pay dividends? IREN. No dividends. Okay, why are we looking at it if there's no dividends? Savvy Bella, no dividends, no thank you. Boomerang, NI. I've never heard of NI. Okay, Mukbang Gangs. Yeah, ELF's a no. We just looked at it about an hour ago. What are we looking at now? NI. What the heck is NI? Nice sources. Oh, they do have dividends, 2.9%. Oh, so let's see how well they've increased their dividends. We're going to go to historical data. All right. Sorry, it moved. Dividends only. Go all the way back as far as I can tell. Well, that doesn't look good. Okay, so you with me on this one? Boomerang, you ready? Here we go. 1984, 8 cents. And then she dropped to 3 cents. Well, that's not good. Very first dividend was 8, now it's down to 3. Then she goes to 4, to 5, to 6. How long did she stay at 6? 91, 92, 93. 3 years, stays up 94. 4 years at the same amount. 8, 95, 96. Okay, 9. Okay, 97, 98, 10, 11. Back to 9. That's not right. Went backwards. Oh, no. 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. 10 years of no increase in profitability. Boomerang, please tell me how you think that's a good deal. 10 years, no increase whatsoever. It stayed at 9 for 10 years. Okay, then it went to 10, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28. Okay, I'm not 100% happy with them. Let's take a look at what's the book value on this thing. Okay, the stock price is 32. $17. So the book value is $17. The stock price is $38.28. There's something a little bit off there. Return on assets, 3%. Return on equity, 8.76%. Profit margin, 15%. Operating margin, 19%. Okay, nice increase. Always check your numbers. Is the company consistently profitable? Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? Okay, so here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. She goes down, up, down, up, down, up. 1255 at this moment in time. The 1255s are going for 72. That's over 7%. That's crazy. Okay, a year ago, 580. The bottom of the year, we have a double bottom at 412. We hit it once the beginning of April and then again the beginning of May. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up again. Here's our last 90 days. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, that looks great. However, the last 90 days. Okay, up, down, up. It could keep going, but look where the top is, 1350. Look where the bottom is, way down here at 9. It's closer to the top than it is to the bottom. Could you get 1 more % out of that? Yeah, you could. Gil, I can tell you go deep by the beak. That's disturbing, but okay. Okay, so NI, it depends. Do you like the company or not? That's what it's going to come down to. Okay, do you like it or not? One or the other. I'm going to write it down. Just keep our eye on it. See what it does. Just curious. ELF, we already looked at that one. It's going to be a no. Thank you, stock. Learn. SLV. All right, Truth wants to take a look at SLV. What the heck is that? SLV. 5-year Silver Trust. Interesting. SLV. Let's see what the Silver Trust actually does on a yearly basis. Does it make sense? It has no dividends. Why are we looking at something with no dividends? That makes no sense to me. It's a dividend stock investing channel. Okay, all the stocks we invest in have dividends to them. SLV has no dividends, so why are we looking at it? Nope. Hey, TEM. TEM, what the hell is that? TEM. Sorry, we're over here at Yahoo Finance. TEM. No dividends. You see that? EX dividend date. Nothing. Forward dividend and yield. Nothing. Yeah, TEM's a no. Sorry. Poppy, sweet peas. You're not new here. You've been here before. Okay, what broker do I use? I use Charles Schwab. TSEM. Convixted? Really? TSM. Uh-oh. TSEM. What is TSEM? Tower Semiconductors. Wait a minute. They have no dividend, but they have an EX date. Oh, the last EX date, 1997. Yeah, no, sorry. Look at that's it for all the questions. We're done with all the questions. Actually, we are. Okay, so let me pull up some of my stocks that I've been looking at. Verizon. Let's do Verizon. Interesting. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Look at the movement. Sideways, up, down, up. 39.92. The 40s are going for 18 and 32. We can say no. No to Verizon. Intel we already looked at. Ooh, PPG. Interesting. Here's our high of the year. Here's our low of the year. Sideways down, sideways down. Interesting. 114.84. The 115s. 140. We can make our 1% there. Okay, that works for me. Let's take a gander. A year ago, we were at 138.91. Our high of the year was the end of March, 145.70. Look at the last 90 days. Okay? High, a low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Simple. It's a pattern. See that? Down, up, down, up, down, up. It's easy to see. Last 30 days. Okay? Down, up, down, up. Simple. What happened here on Friday? Why is that a down one right there on Friday? I'm kind of curious. Okay, Savvy Bella, I don't like ET. Energy transfer, the numbers just aren't that good. Wonder Bread, tariffs. If you're worried about tariffs, stop complaining and stop buying American stuff. Deal with it. That's all it is to it. Okay, now the reason why I'm saying that is because we brought this on ourselves. No, that's what Friday was. Oh, okay. Ooh, Boomerang wants to take a look at Emerson. Wait a minute, we're still looking at PPG. Just part of the show, all right. So this is actually making sure it has a dividend so that the premium is good for a covered call. Not necessarily. Okay? What this is investing for weekly cash flow using only pre-qualified dividend stocks. Now, pre-qualified dividend stocks is about 300 companies out of 9,875. We looked last week how many companies are available who have stocks on the U.S. stock market. 9,875. Well, only about 300 of them are consistently profitable. That means more than 2 decades. That's 20 years of consistent profitability. Now, what I mean by that? Well, the companies have a profit margin. What do they do with the profits? Half the companies in the stock market will take those profits and put them back into the company for capital growth. If you're here looking for capital growth stocks, you are in the wrong place. You're wasting your time. I only do cash flow, which means the company has to have a dividend. And that dividend has to be increasing every single year, or it just doesn't make any sense. Righty. Poseidon's last molar. Dude, I haven't seen you for a while. Love to hear more about your take on tariffs. Oh, no, you wouldn't. You say that, but you don't want to. Have you read the manifesto thingy, Mubammer, from the IBM conference about the head 2030 old, but good? No. Sorry, haven't read that one yet. So anyway, Poseidon's last mole. You want to hear my opinion on tariffs? Well, here's the thing. Tariffs. A lot of people don't do the research on what a tariff is. It's a tax on an import, something coming from somewhere else coming here. Okay, well, you got to pay for the taxes on that, or they have to pay for taxes. You've been lurking. So here's the thing. Everything that is imported is going to have a tax on it. It's called a tariff. That's what it is. Now, if you did a little bit of research, you'll know that from 1776 until 1913, okay, 1776 to 1913, the U.S. government was funded 100% by tariffs. That's it. There was no income tax before 1913. Didn't exist. The government got all its money from tariffs. So what happened in 1913? Well, they created the monster from Jekyll Island. It's an interesting book if you want to read it. The Creature from Jekyll Island, yeah. So here's the thing. Why should we pay taxes if they're taking all the money and misspending it? That's my biggest beef. Now, I don't pay taxes, but I do it legally. I canceled my subscription to the IRS decades ago. I said, thank you for your due diligence every single year. I appreciate your tenacity and your stick-to-it ability, but I'd like to cancel my subscription. If it's okay with you, thank you very much. So yeah, the American economy ran great for over 100 years without income taxes, based 100% on tariffs, products coming into the United States. Because are they doing us favors? No, we are doing them favors. We're opening up our economy. We're opening up our checkbooks to other countries. That's where tariffs are coming from. Other countries say, hey, the U.S. market is huge. Let's throw and sell our shit over there. Okay? So you would think it's an even trade, right? Okay? They bring their cars here and we tax them. And we send our cars there and they tax our cars. Is it a fair trade? Is it, we put, a 3% tax on their incoming cars and they put a 3% tax on our exporting cars? No, it doesn't work that way. It's an uneven trade balance. Okay, we, American people, have been getting screwed for generations. And do we care? Some of us do, some of us don't. Okay? Chasing Jack, I know you already checked Verizon. You said no to the stock this week, but if I already have Verizon from last week, I'm going to try to make some money this week. Hopefully, the premium gets better. Well, Jack, let's check it out. Verizon. Okay, here's the high, here's the low. Last 90 days, last 30 days. I just don't want the stock sitting in my portfolio. Well, Jack, remember number one rule, never buy something you're not okay with holding for a long period of time. It's all that don't understand it, don't buy it. Okay, Verizon, hold on. Here's where we are now. Just look at the numbers. 30 days ago, she drops, shoots up, comes back down, back up, back down. So she's in a little bit downward trend. 39.88 at this moment in time. Okay, so what option looks good? Well, where is she going to open up on Monday? Now, if she opens up lower, yeah, maybe you want to do the 40. The 40 is going from 18 to 32. That's a nice number. Now, Verizon usually has better numbers. If you don't like this one, well, don't do this week's. Do next week's. Okay, look what next week's is looking at. 38 to 45 for the 40. If she is coming down. Now, on a situation like this, me personally, I would wait for it to see what happens on Monday. Is she going to go up higher or is she going to go lower? And then you have to decide, where did you jump in? Okay, at what price did you buy? How many premiums have you collected? What is your profit and loss situation since you bought Verizon to right now? There's a lot of interesting questions. Greedy me always changed to ask price for a few more cents. Okay, Chasing Jack, that's something you're going to have to get under control. Greed, it will whisper in your ear, telling you shit to take your eyes off of your goal. Well, my goal is simple. I want the 1% per week, however I get it. Am I getting it from stock appreciation? Am I getting it from the premiums? Am I getting it from the dividends? Okay. Am I getting it from the options? How am I getting my 1%? I only want to do stocks that are consistently profitable. That's me. Savvy Bella, last request, Vail. I can tell you no now. Okay. Savvy, I can tell you no now. No to Vail. Why am I saying no to Vail? Well, let's go over to here. I know we're going to Vail, V-A-L-E. V-A-L-E in the summertime. All right, here we go. Historical data. Historical data, because I want to see how often have they increased their dividends. That's my concern. Let's go, how many years? Okay, so we're going to go from 2024. 9, 17, okay, yeah. I can tell you no right by now by looking at this thing. No consistency whatsoever. So 2002. Okay, we're going to go back to 2002. 6, 4, backwards. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Goes 4, 5, 4, 6, 11, 17, 13. It's like, why you go from 17 to 13? I know it's not a big number, but figure it out. 17 to 13, that's about a 24% decrease. Just a tiny bit off of a 25% decrease. So they decreased the dividends 25% in 2005 to 2006. It goes to 13 to 17 to 26 to 30 to 24. Okay, from 30 to 24, that's a 20% decrease. So you had a 25% decrease back in 04, a 20% decrease in 08. Uh-oh, it gets worse, it does. 24 to 33. Now from 33 to 19, that's about a 35% decrease. Hey James, I'm good. I'm a good note. I made almost 500 on premiums last week, and I'm not 100% in the strategy. Well, Jack, that's pretty good. Now, the 500, I'm not sure if that's good or bad because I have no idea how large your account is. Is that 1%? Is that a 0.5%? Is that a 1/4%? Is that 10%? I have no idea. I'm a percentage kind of guy. Because you're saying you're making 500, great. If you have $5 million and you're making $500 on 5 million, yeah, you're doing something wrong. Now, if you have $5,000 and you're making 500, well, that's 10%. That's good. See, I don't know where you are, where you're starting from. So I don't tell people, hey, I made 35,000, because you have no idea how much I have in order to make that. So if I'm saying I make, well, 5,000 on 30, okay, so 500 on 30,000. Hold on. Let's go like this. 500 divide 30,000. 1.6%. Well, that's not bad at all. Okay, 1.6%. Let's multiply that by the year. If you get that every single week, multiply that by 52. It's got to be at least 160. No, 86. Well, okay, yeah, right. 1.5, 1.6, 86%. That's not bad if you can get 1.6 every single week. All righty, but only 15,000 on stock, uncovered call. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, what do we have over here? Okay, Tyrone, you've been here before. I don't do NVIDIA, you know that. Okay, do stocks, who won't come? Yep, okay, not doing that one. All righty. Rest is still in other stocks. Okay, cool. All right, it is 11:32, way past my bedtime. Another day, another dollar. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow night. It's 11:32. I'm usually done at 11:30. Have a great night, and we will see you all again tomorrow. Done on Facebook, done on Instagram, and done over here.